firstly, thank you all for coming. And Serena told me recently how I'm always overwhelmed. So definitely wasn't expecting this many people. I think the first thing to say is why we are all here today. And I thought I would just start off by saying a little bit about Ella before, and I will include Hull Beach in what I'm going to say before I introduce them. For today, Ella would have been 21, and it has been, believe it or not, remarkably 12 years since she obviously passed away. And I was actually asking someone, it actually kind of blows my mind that 12 years on, the impact that she has had. I went to Colombia recently on an air quality conference with WHO, and I wanted people from Lewisham to know that due to your support, this story of Ella is all over the world. Poland, Peru, Argentina, literally everywhere. So I want, and by the way, people, although people say to me, oh, it's you, it's not really, it's everybody else has kept this going. Very soon, with our VIP guests, we are going to unveil the statue to her. And the statue was not my idea, no. It came from a number of residents a couple of years ago now. And to say we've got it here for today, that is unbelievable. I just want to quickly say what Ella would want me to say to you. The fact that everyone now knows her and her name, she'll be very happy, by the way. I just thought I should just say that. Ella was not very modest and like that. And one of the things she was concerned about when she was ill was that when she died, definitely her siblings and her friends, one of the things she said to me is, oh my God, Mum, I hope they're not going to forget me. So if she was here today, I don't know what she would have made about this at all. Ella was a nice, bubbly 9-year-old, and although she faced many challenges with her health, when she was ill, she was close to dying, but when she was well, she just wanted to be with her friends and be in school. I started this journey really to find out why having a healthy child one moment and suddenly she was near to death. Ella was rushed to hospital almost 30 times, and she was in ICU 5 times. And I think the thing I still struggle with is how much she suffered. But she wouldn't want us to just think about that today. She would want to think about her smile, the brilliant musician she was. She thought she was really funny, but I thought I was funnier. And she absolutely loved her friends and her siblings. And she would want you to think about, those of you that knew her, to think about all those things. These days, you have to give a bit of a trigger warning. So as much as I am her mum, and having a statue was always going to impact me, I think I better mention to those of you that knew her, you may find it a moment of quite difficulty when you see the statue, just to warn you. But as people have been at school all day, these young people, the first performance that's going to happen is by Hull Beach School Choir. And the song was written actually about Ella. I don't know whether Eska is here, but Eska wrote and produced it. And it was first performed during Lewisham Borough of Culture. Those of you who remember Lewisham Borough of Culture, it was a moment for this borough. And I also have to mention the artist that I worked with during that, Dryden. I haven't had the chance to say hello to him, but those of you who saw the images beamed all over the place, that's probably what's given me a bit more confidence to stand in front of you for today. So I'm going to move out of the way very quickly, and Hull Beach Choir are going to perform. And after that, one of Ella's best friends during her short life, her niece, is going to come up and say a few words about her. So thank you, and Hull Beach Choir.
It takes a mission now to walk in each direction, change the other, circulating in the place where I live. We're on a mission with bold imagination, stopping traffic cause it's polluting in the place where I live. I got the right to breathe in my city streets. That's why I'm need a lot, counting on you, counting on me. All these trees to hold me. Feel a change in the air. Let these lungs breathe in. Make a stand. Yes, we can. Let's do it right now. Let's do it right now. Homeless students spending laughter in the streets. Homeless 35,000 trees in my neighborhood. Walking to school or a carpool. On electric bike, cleaner, greener, safer in my neighborhood. And I bet you saw her face. Your girl's story wasn't every fun thing. Ella Adoo-Kissi-Debrah, won't you say her name? Ella Adoo-Kissi-Debrah, feel a change in the air. Let these lungs breathe in. Make a stand. Yes, we can. Let's do it right now. Let's do it right now. Rings. Ha, 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 ha. Ha, 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 ha. Ha, 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 ha. Ha, ha, ha. Rings. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Still a change in the air. Like these lungs breathe in. Make a stand. Yes, we can. Let's do it right now. Let's do it right now. A change in the air. Let these lungs breathe in. Make a stand. Yes, we can. Let's do it right now. Let's do it right now. Breathe.
Hello. Whilst Anais makes her way, I want to take this opportunity actually to thank Tom and Colleen from Hull Beach. I remember that day very well when Ella died, and I had to go and tell them. And Tom bravely went round all the classrooms telling the children what had happened. And I actually want to thank them. I don't know whether Colleen's here, but when Ella was ill, she would come to ICU and say to me, go and have a cup of coffee. I actually remember Sharon come down to hospital as well, when Ella was really bad. But it wasn't just during the illness, it was all the years and how they looked after my twins. And the fact that we are even here today, a lot of effort has gone in from my friends and family, and that's why we're here today. But we owe so much to Hull Beach that, so I just wanted to say thank you to Tom for that. Thank you. Anais is going to come up. We met Anais in September 2004 when Ella was only 9 months. And one of the last conversations Ella had the day before she died, she left a message on Anais's answering machine because it was Anais's birthday. So, like my twins, Anais has had to live with this, her illness and her subsequent dying for years. And I am incredibly proud of everything Anais has achieved in her life. And she's going to, I told her to write down a few words to say whatever she wanted to say about one of Ella's longest friendships at that age. Anais. Hey.
Hi everyone. There's a lot of people here today I don't think any of us expected this many people. So thank you all for coming. Like Rosie said with those very kind words, my name is Anais, and for those of you who I haven't met, I was lucky enough to be one of Ella's closest friends. I just wanted to start off by saying thank you all for being here today as we unveil this beautiful statue in the memory of Ella. This park feels like the perfect place to celebrate her. It's a place full of life, colour and warmth, just like she was, and especially on a beautiful day like today. I love that this statue stands so close to her home, where she grew up and made so many memories. Like I said, I was lucky enough to be Ella's friend since she was 9 months old, and if you were fortunate enough to know Ella, you'd know that she was a force. She was strong and stubborn in the best ways and full of life. She was the kind of friend that you only find once in a lifetime. She made every game more fun, and honestly, she was kind of a bad influence. Together, we left a trail of chaos in every kitchen that we entered. On summer days, we used to run around Horniman Museum, and we'd collect those little sugar packets, and we wouldn't eat them. We would just pour them out and create little mountains on the grass for the insects to climb up. Our world was filled with YouTube music videos, books, her superhero costumes, endless imagination, and more importantly, dreams of what we were going to be when we grew up. But what many didn't see was the battle she was fighting. Ella suffered from a severe form of asthma her whole life, and she was in and out of hospital more times than most of us could remember. And yet, even on the bad days, she showed up with such an infectious smile. At gymnastics training, at school, she would play music and dance with her siblings in the front room. She was brave in ways that I didn't understand back then, and even now, I'm still learning from her incredible strength. When Ella passed away at just 9 years old, it was devastating. It's still hard to put into words the loss of someone so young and so full of life. She deserved a future, and it hurts more than words can say that her story ended so soon. Her siblings, who she loved so dearly and would be so proud of, are here today sharing their musical talents, the same talents that they once shared with Ella. And her mum, Rosamond, continues to fight for the implementation of Ella's law, which enshrines in law the need for clean air, for justice, and for a world where no other child's life is cut short by something so preventable. Ella became the first person in the world to have air pollution listed as a cause of death, and she remains the only person in the world to have this on her death certificate. It was a devastating milestone, but it was one that sparked a movement. Through her story and Rosamond's tireless campaigning, people understand the invisible danger in the air that we breathe. And because of her, things are changing. Clean air zones, tighter regulation, and growing public awareness. But there is still work to be done. We believe that if air pollution levels around her home had been within the WHO, the World Health Organization limits, her asthma wouldn't have been so severe and she would still be here today. Ella's law is a step towards a world where no other child's life is cut short just because of the air around them, where no parent has to grieve a preventable loss, and where children can grow up breathing safely, whether they live here in Lewisham or anywhere else in the country or globe. This beautiful statue, created so gracefully by the artist, captures Ella just as she was, bold, joyful, and strong. She's not just a memory or a face on a screen, but a lasting presence in the future that we are fighting for. Standing here in this garden so close to where she lived, she will watch over this space and remind everybody who passes by why we must keep fighting and pushing for clean air. To me, she will always be the friend who made life more fun, who gave the best hugs, and who showed me what real courage looks like. I feel so lucky to have known her and so proud of everything that she has inspired. And I'm so grateful for all of you being here today and making sure that her legacy lives on. Thank you.
I'm going to ask Ryan to come up, but as he does, there's someone here that I would like to say, I try not to single out people, but I have to be very honest that if this person hadn't done or hadn't achieved what he did, none of us would be standing there. I think there are two people, actually, I must mention. Ella had a massive legal team to get the inquest on air pollution on her death certificate. And I just want to mention Emma Jane in person, who started the whole process by interviewing me. And I would like to thank the whole HJA team. But most of all, I'd like to thank Richard, because I've had moments now of reflecting about what he managed to achieve. The fact that a child dies somewhere in the world every minute from air pollution, and Richard managed to get, he was successful in the second inquest, and Ella remains the only person in the world, 4 years on, to have air pollution on her death certificates. So I know he's here, but from myself and Sophia and Robert, we owe him so much. And he brought a kind of peace to our lives, actually, because not knowing deep down why your child died, it is problematic. And recently when I went to Colombia, I'm still in shock about how this story has resonated around the world. But I want to ask Ryan up to introduce a very special artist who wrote a poem about my daughter a few years ago, and I was so touched by it that I wanted you to all to hear about it. Where's Ryan?
Thank you, Rosamund. Can we say big up Ella? No, can we say big up Ella? Big up Ella! Big up Ella! Big up Ella! We need some energy in here, man. We need some energy, you know what I mean? Like, it's a vibrant day. It's an important day for Rosamund and also just for, like, clean air in general. So I'm from an organisation called Poetic Unity. We're based in Brixton, and we do a lot of work around supporting young people finding their voice through poetry, giving young people safe spaces, and also helping young people reach their highest potential. A few years back, we started doing work around clean air because we saw that, I don't know if you guys have heard about the study that shows that black people are disproportionately more affected by air pollution than anyone else in the major cities in the UK. So we felt like we needed to make a difference about that. So we started a campaign called Clean Air for the Ends. And what we do is we raise awareness about how air pollution is disproportionately affecting young black people and black people in general, especially in Lambeth and Southwark. That's the areas we're based in. So within that, it made sense us being here to raise more awareness about this. It doesn't make sense that only one person, Ella, is the only person that's been proven to have died from air pollution. Loads of people have died from air pollution, and it needs to be more. There needs to be more talking about it. Do you know what I'm saying? And I feel like a lot of young people are not aware of what's happening with the air because we can't see it. Do you get what I'm saying? So for us, we're trying to raise visibility and raise awareness. And we've got an amazing poet from our organisation called Jada David, who's going to perform 2 poems for you, one about Ella and one about air pollution in general. And I hope you guys enjoy it. But before she comes on the stage, can I get some clicks? We like to do clicks in poetry. Yeah. So if you enjoy what Jada says, give us some clicks, yeah? Well, make some noise for Jada David, please. Make some noise.
Before I start, I just want to say thank you to Rosamond. You're a big inspiration, and thank you for always having me when you can to kind of get my thoughts and feelings about something that has like impacted me a lot as well. Oh my gosh, it's wind. There's something in the air. No, it isn't love, even though it is tainted. There's something in the air. It's a lack of care from the government about its poorest civilians, allowing businesses to burn plastic, resulting in tons of CO2 up in the millions. Politicians choosing capitalism over lives, using their age-old methods of nepotism to decide whether it's the poor or the rich who have to live with incinerators outside their homes and their schools, breaking their own rules. The UK signed the Paris Agreement, thus agreeing to reduce carbon emissions in this country. Yet despite that fact, they're allowing incineration to continue tax-free. I'm not exaggerating when I say air pollution kills. Air pollution steals the funds of our NHS. £1 billion was spent in a year treating asthma while the profits of burning trash go tax exempt. Air pollution kills. Air pollution fills the lungs of our youth. And if you're waiting for the government to tell you the truth, then don't hold your breath. They won't tell you that 80% of rubbish sent to incinerators can actually be recycled. They won't tell you that air pollution was responsible for a little girl's death. We will not forget you, dearest Ella. Your life is one that everyone should know. 9 years old and 28 hospital visits, asthmatic seizures forced your body to its limits, a couple of meters from one of London's most polluted roads. How many kids will get asphyxiated in your postcode? Hopefully we can save some lives if we all come together and say that we won't stand for this anymore. We are taking our air back. It's not yours to pollute and dilute with tons of carbon dioxide. How many more people must we see die from profit-making and money-saving? It should be the businesses paying for the pollution they're creating, not the working class playing with their lives. If they get away with facing no repercussions, there'll be no end to our suffering. We say enough is enough, and it's simple, really. Burn less and recycle more. We say to the government, weave this into your laws, make incinerators pay for the pollution they cause. There's something in the air, and we don't want to breathe it in anymore. Thank you. I want to breathe like you. These streets are mine too. For too long, the marginalized have paid the price of nepotism and classism and racism with their lives. We want to play ball, ride bikes, kick flip and picnic without it leading towards a deterioration of our health. We have pride in our ends, pride in ourselves. But what is pride when your body is seen as collateral damage? What's pride when babies and children and elderly people cannot manage because their right to clean air has been taken? And don't be mistaken when you leave your home to clear your mind because the air ain't fresh outside. Go out there and the gases you inhale have death inside. I want to breathe like you. These streets are mine too. Often we think about the problems we can see, but what about the ones that we can't? The air we breathe, poisoned and polluted with CO2 from cars on busy roads and tons more from burning waste way too close to home. The climate crisis hits way too close to home. Low air quality impacts quality of life. What have I got to do to qualify for a better space to breathe in? I guess the sky really is the limit for working class youths with damaged lungs due to the air they're breathing. Why do policymakers, Paris Agreement deal breakers get to decide which communities' air are the cleanest? Don't I have a right to clean air? Or am I only an heir to polluted roads by residential homes? Asthma isn't hereditary in my family tree, but it's running through the lungs of the young in my street. I want to breathe like you. These streets are mine too. Rich businessmen not paying fines for breaking environmental laws, but it's the black and the poor that have to pay with their lives. When clean air is a luxury, death is the price for those who can't afford it. Black and brown neighborhoods with no green space, they say the roads ain't safe, and they definitely aren't. Breathing in exhaust fumes from cars on roads with heavy traffic that should be much further from schools and parks than they currently are. I wanna breathe, I wanna breathe, I wanna breathe just like you. These streets are mine too. Thank you.
The next person to come up is Dr. Ian Mudway. And at least in the UK, there are scientists who monitor the air we are breathing. And Ian is one of those many scientists. So Dr. Ian Mudway, and I have no idea what he's about to say, which is always worrying.
Thank you, Rosamond. I notoriously never prepare anything to say, but I have. But I'll probably drop it as I go along. The first thing I wanted to say is that this is an opportunity to celebrate Ella's life, a life which has touched hundreds of thousands of people, millions of people around the world. That is a true legacy, a legacy of change and a legacy of hope. But there is behind that a very harsh truth, and it's a harsh truth that we have to confront. And that's that at the age of 9, her young lungs succumbed to an asthma attack because of the burden of toxic gases and particles she was exposed to unfairly, unlawfully, because of where she happened to live. Now, scientists are often criticized for equivocating and not saying things as they are. So let's just say it out front. There is no doubt that the exposures to levels of NO2 that Ella experienced, the levels of particles that she experienced as she was growing up, are known to exacerbate asthma and to damage the lungs of children growing up in our cities. That is a fact, and how we deal with that fact is a critical issue for us all. And of course, Ella's tragedy is just one tragedy, because we always talk about statistics. We talk about the life years lost, the disability-adjusted life years across the population. Those are people. Those are people's lives. They are children. They are the vulnerable. They are the sick. They are the infirmed. Those statistics have a face. They have a story. And I think it's vitally important that we remember that, particularly today. The science is remarkably robust about air pollution. We know we have to do something about this. And we will continue to produce evidence and data. But let us never forget that that data has a story attached to it, and that story has a very human face. Thank you.
In our house, there were 4 of us, very similar to most houses. Being a single parent of 3 children is tough. Being a single parent of twins is tough, let's face it. And when Ella became ill, it felt like being a parent of at least 6, 7 kids. I don't think, if I'm really honest, I'll be standing here for today without the love and support of my twins. And I am grateful for them. They are going to perform a song, and after that, we are going to move over to the flower garden where the statue is going to be unveiled. And after that, please, we're going to move back here, and Whole Beach are going to do another number and bring the unveiling to the end. So I'm just going to move off stage because my daughter has already told me you're talking too long, Mum. So I'm just going to move off stage.
to read my eyes. No one but you. Wish it weren't true. Maybe I kinda like it if you call me. It's not right, 'cause I'm so over being lonely. Make you mine, need a virtual connection. Take our time. Come on, don't leave me. It can't be that easy, babe. If you believe me, I guess I'll get on a plane, fly to your city. Excited to see your face. Hold me, console me, and then I'll leave without a trace. Come on, don't leave me. It can't be that easy, babe. If you believe me, I guess I'll get on a plane, fly to your city. Excited to see your face. Hold me, console me, and then I'll leave without a trace.
You can give a lot of credit to Miss Jackson, and those of you from Hull Beach will know what I'm talking about, who has been on this journey with us, and Nicholas as well, who was Ella's piano teacher. So our special guest is here. We're going to be walking. Let's move over to where the statue is. And the first thing I'm going to say about this person is he is a father first, because we're not going to be dealing in politics for today. And he has one of the most, I think he's one of the most recognisable faces in London. Apparently we call him Sir these days. Where's Sadiq? Where's Sadiq? The Mayor of London, everyone. Thank you very much for giving him a warm applause. Sadiq, we're going to have to go up to it. I'm going to be quiet and let the Mayor take over from here. Please kindly follow me.
Sorry, I thought you just said you're going to be quiet.
Sadiq thinks he's really funny.
Look, can I just say a few words before Rosamund
absolutely.
And I unveil the statue of Ella? Firstly, look, this is a bittersweet day. There are many of us here who are parents. There are many of us here who have siblings. Grief and bereavement are terrible things. They never leave you, but there are some things you can do that make grief and bereavement less hard. And one of them is love. And you can show your love by raising the clouds with massive applause and cheers. So let's please show our love to Rosamund, to Robert and Sophia. Now, clearly, I never got to meet Ella, but Rosamund has changed my life. It's changed me as a human being. It's changed my priorities as a politician. And Rosamund reflects privately on what Ella could have done. In a parallel world, Ella is 21, in medical school, training to be an air ambulance doctor. Robert and Sophia have dragged her into joining their band. And Rosamond is doing what she is doing now, being an embarrassing mum. Unfortunately, we're not in a parallel world. The world we live in is one where a 9-year-old child, after a number of horrible, horrible asthma attacks, lost her life in a death that was preventable. And the key word there is preventable. Because of the hard work of Rosamond and Team Ella, we now know that air pollution is a killer. We now know, because of Rosamond and Team Ella's work, that air pollution-related illnesses and deaths are inevitable. And we know this invisible thing we can't see, nitrogen oxide, nitrogen dioxide, particulate matter 2.5, particulate matter 10, causes all sorts of challenges. And I want us also to realize when we leave and go home that at the same time as Rosamond has been grieving as a mum, she's been campaigning. The work of Rosamond has, without doubt, saved lives in our city, saved lives in our country, and saved lives across the globe, and extended lives across the globe. And Rosamond, the reason why Ella's statue is so important to us, who aren't related by blood to Ella, is it's important for us to remember Ella, and the statue is a life-size of Ella when she passed, aged 9, in memory of a wonderful life. But also it's a reminder of the responsibility we all have as Team Ella to carry on campaigning to improve the air in our city, in our country, across the globe. And it's poignant that Ella looks towards Lewisham Hospital, looks towards the city she loved. But also when you see how small Ella is compared to this park, it reminds us how fragile life is as well. So it's my privilege, Rosamond. I feel privileged to be with you here today to unveil Ella's statue. I don't want to embarrass them, but can I ask Robert and Sophia to join us as well? Because I think it's important that we don't forget Robert and Sophia, who are so fantastic. Where are they? I'm going to be an embarrassing uncle now. Sorry, guys. Come on, guys. Come with us to unveil this as well.
You'll come. Mac, come.
The louder you get, the more it's going to come. Come on, make some more noise for Robert.
And just to say, maybe some of you who actually knew her, you may have a moment of reacting, which was what happened to me. The sculptress, Hannah Stewart, is here. And can I just thank the residents, all of you, £10 here, £20 here. I can see Joss, who started off the whole process. Just so it's a bit of a trigger warning. Those who actually knew her, you may just have a bit of a reaction to it. So you've got to do these things these days, don't you? Thank you, Janet and Louise, for coming.
Okay, before we do this, listen, there are lots of young people. We're going to do a countdown. We're going to check. The school's very good at musical instruments. Are they very good at teaching counting backwards? We're going to start from 10. When we get to 1, we're going to unveil this statue. Is that agreed? You've got to be loud, though. 10. 2, 1.
Robert, can you go down? Can you go down?
Come on, we can do better. Come on.
There are a couple of things we should let you know about this. This is the uniform that Ella was wearing the day before she passed away. These are her actual school shoes. And if you were in year 4 then, they were drawing Lowry matchstick people. And we thought it would be a nice touch to get, of course, we've got her book still. But I'd like to thank everyone who contributed. Hannah, I know you are here, and this is, as much as it's a sad moment, it's a very proud moment, and everyone over the last 15 years, my friends, especially who are here, it's definitely a moment. I said to people, I'm going to be a bit triggered by it, being her mum, but it will take me maybe 6 months and I'll get used to it and I'll be okay. But I am incredibly proud. Oh, this is the first time her siblings are seeing it in bronze, by the way, the same as you guys. So thank you very much. And could we kindly, just for a moment, head back to the stage, because the Whole Beach Choir are going to finish us off. And actually, I've got to say a massive thank you to Anna, my assistant, who project managed the whole thing, and I'm incredibly grateful to her as well. If we could just head back there and just hear Whole Beach before people can come and take loads and loads. But she's here now forever and ever. So thank you, Lewisham. Really appreciate it. Yeah, can we just head to the bandstand to just listen to the young kids, and then we can do lots of pictures at the end. Right, let me head to the stage.
Time for a new legacy for this town. It's time for a new legacy for this town. I think it's time for a new Lewisham, where the trees are green and there is no pollution. It's time for a new legacy for this town. I think it's time for a new legacy for this town. I think it's time for a new legacy for this town. Lewisham, where the trees are green and there is no pollution. It's time for a new legacy for this town. I think it's time for a new legacy for this town. It's time for a new legacy for this town. I think it's time for a new legacy for this town. I think it's time for a new legacy. I think it's time for a new legacy for this town. I think it's time for a new Lewisham, where the trees are green and there is no pollution. I think it's time for a new legacy for this town. I think it's time for a new legacy for this town. I think it's time for a new legacy.
Thank you, Whole Beach. Just before we all disperse and you go and take your pictures, I thought it's only right to introduce the artist who did the brilliant statue of Ella. And she literally did it from a few videos and photographs. And I think it's only right that, she's going to kill me, but I say she needs to come up and we need to give her a round of applause, really. Hannah, come on, this is your moment. Believe it or not, Hannah started the statue in September, and the fact that it is here now, yeah, someone just went, wow. So, just give her a round of applause. Do you want to say anything at all? At all? Please say something, please.
Well, it's been a privilege working with Rosamond, Robert and Sophia on this statue, and I just really hope, beyond hope, that this statue can help you in your vital message of showing the world the importance of clean air for everyone.
And just to say very quickly, thank you all for coming. From here on in, the statue's here. I hope it's going to help in the campaign. Please encourage people to come and see it. And please talk about air pollution and demand action from all your politicians. We can only do so much. And yeah, thank you, Lewisham, and thank you for coming. Thank you. Hello, hello, hello. Let's hope this is not going to end on a bad note. Adam, who's filming it for today, someone has stolen his camera. If you're the one, I'm not asking you to give it back to him. Has it showed up? Yes. All right. There you are.